What's good, YouTube? Today we got the 8th episode of the Fourth Quarter Podcast, man. I know y'all missed us. We got some very delightful topics to discuss with y'all today. But first, let me see how the squad doing, man. Cam, Rod, Cam, what's good?
Chilling, bro. Chilling.
Oh, good, man. You got me up early for that one, dog. But let's get it, man.
Happy 4th of July to all our fans, too.
But look, we got to get to the ground. Today's topics we're going to be discussing is Vince Carter a Hall of Famer? How do we feel about the new roster changes for the Lakers? And last but not least, would this be the hardest ring to acquire this year with everything going on, or would it be the easiest ring to acquire? But yeah, Cam, take us away, man. Like with the whole Vince thing, it's hard to get into because he really wasn't. I mean, I wouldn't say that he was a superstar, but I would say that his window wasn't open long in that, like, you know, that term. I mean, he was a dunk contest champion, but thank you. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I think this is kind of like disrespectful to Vince Carter. You know what I'm saying? I think the question should be, is he a first ballot? Like, that's more of a question that'll fit, because I think he's definitely a Hall of Famer. When you like, people be discussing players like, is Derek Fisher a Hall of Famer? Like, you know what I'm saying? So if he's gonna make it, why wouldn't Vince Carter make it? You know what I'm saying? So no, I mean, I do count Derek Fisher, but that's what I'm saying. Like if Derek Fisher will be in there, then Vince Carter is definitely gonna be in there. And yeah, I think the question should be, is he going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and not just, is he going to be a Hall of Famer?
Well, you know, nowadays, I don't know how they like doing them, but I know they take a big chunk of if you're a winner or not. And I mean, Vince didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like Derek got, I think 5 on his belt, 4 or something like that. So it's like that kind of puts him in that conversation already. When you're looking at Vince, it's like he's 22nd on the all-time scoring list, which isn't terrible.
That's pretty something. That's something.
That's pretty good. I didn't even know he was that high. That's great.
Yeah. So, like I said, I guess like people didn't really, I don't know, they didn't take to him because he wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, like you're on top superstar. He was like on a team that wasn't, you know what I'm saying, low key, and I don't know, but I do agree with you though. It should be, is he first ballot? I would say no, but I do think he should be in there.
Yeah.
It's like, I think he might need to be, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
First ballot?
And it's for other reasons. You know what I'm saying? I know like usually the first ballots, they have like a super long list of accomplishments and FIBA stuff and college stuff and NBA championships and stuff like that. But he's the longest tenured NBA player ever, right? Am I correct with that?
I think so. I believe so.
And you have to give credit to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Being available is a skill, as I've said before, and he's been available longer than pretty much anybody else has. And I feel like you should, you know what I'm saying, you should take to that. You never heard anything bad about Vince Carter either. You know what I'm saying? And in terms of basketball, he is Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been there, he's hooped, he's been a vocal player, a player you know about, a household name for years, bro. And even without all the accomplishments, he's still a household name. You know what I'm saying? You know Vince Carter. Basketball, people who don't even watch basketball know who Vince Carter is. So with that alone, that brings fame to the game. Yeah. And if you can do that without even winning championships, then I feel like that's very important. That's my opinion as a hoopologist.
I mean, I definitely get what you're saying. Like, everything you just stated was facts. I just feel like being a household name, like, can that put you over the cuff of, you know, being first ballot, especially depending on who is like competition is? Because, you know what I'm saying, like that's what's up. You never got in trouble. Everybody loves you, but like you need something to also, like, you have to do something in your craft to like put you over that hump. You know what I'm saying?
Greatest dunker of all time.
You said what?
Greatest dunker of all time.
Okay.
Half man, half amazing. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
22 all time on the score list. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like some of the stuff you're saying doesn't really matter to me. Like, I don't believe like if you play 20 seasons, 22 seasons, that that sounds good, but what are you doing in those seasons?
Yeah,
I'm scoring.
How long ago? When's the last time he had a good season?
Or the term like define good. You know what I'm talking about?
Just whatever you consider good.
What is a bad season then? When's the last time you had a bad season?
Not even stat wise. I'm just saying, like, he's been in the league for 22 years. How many times has he been good, or how many times has he made an All-Star game out of those 22? Probably not even half. I'd be willing to bet it's not even half the 22.
I mean, when you play so long, that's a lot to ask. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean, bro?
No, it's not. I mean, if he's so great, then out of 22 seasons, at least half should be an All-Star season, I would think.
He's 40. You know, so for the last 6 years, he's been out. Well, shit, probably like the last 7 years, he's been out of his prime. But it's a testament that he can still be available, still be somebody that people want on his team. How many players past the age of 36 are still on an NBA team that
Not
still
many.
get playing time? You know what I'm saying?
But that's not like a stat. That's not like a point.
That's what I'm saying. I already said that my opinion isn't based on stats. It's based on the stats, what he has done, and plus what he's contributed to the basketball world, and being such a great player, being such a great teammate, being such a great voice. I feel like that stuff should matter as well. Because those things help.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's all I'm saying.
I was just like kind of saying what you were saying. Like, he is on the scoring. Like, I don't know exactly what he is. What you say, 22nd? Like, I know he's high on the all-time scoring list.
22nd.
So, yeah, I mean, he got the stats too. I mean, I don't know. I get what y'all are saying about like the winning, like what have you done, but I don't know. I just feel like he's a legend in the game. Like, so I feel like he should be in the Hall of Fame. And
No, I think we agree there, but I'm gonna ask you, is he first ballot in your opinion?
now that's a hard question. If I had to pick, I probably would say yeah, honestly, because I'm thinking when are they up? Like 2 years after they retire? Like, when can they, or 4?
I think it might be 2. I think it's 2 because Kobe's just not getting his this year. He retired.
I don't know, but I would say yeah, because who would you put over him? Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. It all depends on who he's like, you know what I'm saying, in there with
his class is.
You naming some people that did some things. Now, I'm sorry, Vince, but your name won't get you there.
Maybe T-Mac, I don't know.
8-time All-Star.
You said what?
He's an 8-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, Dunk Contest champion, 1995, Mr. Florida Basketball. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What more do y'all want from him?
8 out of 22? 8
out of 22. And
what's that? Do the math. 8 divided by 22?
Win, and then you said something about his elementary school?
Mr. Florida Basketball? You show respect to that. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's not too good.
Come on, bro. McDonald's All-American. You know what I'm saying?
That's not too good. 8 out of 22.
Well, you just named 3 accomplishments. Y'all saying this man is a first ballot?
You want me to continue?
Oh, okay.
That's about All NBA third team. You know what I'm talking about? NBA All Rookie first team. You know what I'm talking about? Tweeman Stokes teammate of the year. Like, this stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff matters, bro. He's the teammate of the year because just him being your teammate can help you win games. And being a Hall of Fame player is about your impact on the game. Correct or incorrect?
He had a bit. I think I would go first ballot because I don't see who you would put. Like, it would have to be some heavy hitters to put them over Vince Carter. Like, it would have to be like some dolls in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just said T-Mac, Kenny. They pretty much just like, I don't see really the difference in them.
Are you saying they're the exact same player?
No, not even the exact same player. I know T-Mac would have been better, like, if he wasn't there, but like he was injured. He
wasn't available.
Yeah, like, he was injured a lot. He didn't win nothing. Like,
so, I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you weigh it, because some people might look at playing 22 seasons like Rodney. It seems like Rodney thinks that's a great thing, playing 22 seasons, but I kind of look at that differently. You're playing 22 seasons. You really haven't been good in like what the past 8.
Mhm.
So that's how I view it. And he's made the All-Star team 8 times out of 22. 8 out of 22. That's 36%. So I'm looking at it at that. So pretty much it's 14 seasons he hasn't been an All-Star.
I get what you saying.
That's how I'm viewing it.
All-Star is what?
My bad. Let me excuse myself.
An All-Star is like what? It's like 13 players on each team. How many players is it?
Might be 15. I don't know.
Okay, let's just say 30 players out of the whole league. 36%. That means that's over 1/3. So that means every year of his career, it's a 1/3 chance he gonna make the All-Star game. That's pretty good if you ask me.
No, I mean, if your mindset is 36% is good, I mean that's fine. I'm just to me he's pretty much he's played 22 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
He's made an All-Star team 36. That's not even half. So pretty much he's had a lot. Pretty much what I'm just trying to say, he has a lot of good. He has a lot of good seasons or whatever, but he also has a lot of bad.
I feel like you're equating not making an All-Star team is to having a bad season. There's a lot of people who have made an All-Star team that still had great seasons. How many years has Damian Lillard had some great seasons and he didn't make the All-Star team? Devin Booker, like, come on, man.
I would have to see some other All-Stars. It's just if somebody has 10 great seasons and then have 10 horrible seasons, which I'm not saying his are horrible, but I'm not really in the mindset of if you're playing extra years, so I give you extra attributes, like I give you extra credit for that. I don't.
Right, that's exactly what
that's not my mindset. Like Udonis Haslem, he might play until he's 45. I'm not gonna really give him too much credit for playing extra years and stuff.
Has he ever got one All-Star?
I think he has one as well. I think he has one.
I think so.
I'm playing. Hill got that.
He wasn't playing America.
Good, 20 of them. Like the other 30 years, like kind of like empty years.
I really feel like, bro, just because like once he didn't make an All-Star team, y'all like, okay, he sucks then. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make the All-Star.
No, because I feel like nowadays so many people put like so much respect on All-Stars nowadays. So it's like, what were you doing?
I mean, being an All-Star kind of matters. Some people, I be seeing some of the NBA players get mad when they don't make the All-Star game. So it means something.
I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything, but you're wording it as if like if you had an All-Star year, you had a great year. If you didn't make the All-Star team, then you weren't good that year.
No, I'm not saying. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm not saying that, but I like it does matter, especially to LeBron fans. Like Draymond sucked like regularly, but then when we like go against him and go to state, Draymond's an All-Star, so it holds some weight.
Would you say that Carmelo Anthony is the first ballot Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Why?
I just believe he's one of the best scorers ever.
He right on the list. I think he actually is lower than Vince Carter.
No, he's 20th.
I mean, they're okay. So he's 20th, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't played nowhere near the seasons as Vince Carter. Vince Carter, he's pretty much he probably averaged 8 like the last 5 seasons. Like those points add up.
Melo averaged 0 the past 2 seasons before he got back in the league. Does that count? For those bad seasons when you can't even play basketball?
Yeah, these are definitely bad seasons.
So Vince Carter playing more seasons, and he even if he'd average an 8, that's more credit than not even being able to be in the league for 2 years out of your career.
Starter. He's a starter on a pretty good team.
After 2 years off.
Yeah, I mean that would be harder. That would be harder to come back and start.
You shouldn't be out in the first place. You shouldn't even have to deal with that.
Blackball.
He wasn't injured.
Blackball.
Because he was cancer. People literally just like, bro, you're making my team worse. We don't want you on the squad, dude. Bye. You know, it's about go with Chris Brinkley and go shoot jumpers or something. We don't want you here.
But I feel like Vince Carter doesn't hold that weight to even be talked about like that. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. I want to state all of this before y'all say like that's not a good thing, blah, blah, blah. But Vince Carter, like he wouldn't make a team bad because he doesn't his role isn't big enough to even be in that conversation. Melo was considered your superstar at one point, and then like I agree with Kenny, he got blackballed, whether like you say he's a cancer to the team or not. But yeah, I feel like you put them same amount of games, same season, blah blah blah, whatever good situations like Vince has been in. I feel like he would have way more points as well.
You said he's 20, right? You said he's 20 on the list?
Yeah, Carmelo is 20, Vince Carter is 22nd.
So he's above Vince Carter with points, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't even played the close amount of seasons to him. Like, it's probably a far gap. He hasn't played 22 seasons.
Of course not.
So I'm going to score more than you, and I'm going to play less.
He's still right there with him. You know what I'm talking about? And he still hasn't accomplished anything more than Vince Carter. Their resume is pretty much identical.
As far as rings and stuff, yeah.
Even All-Stars, I think Melo got like 2 more than him.
Would y'all say Dwight Howard is the first ballot?
Yes.
I would as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it's kind of getting there. It's not the same, but it's kind of like lining up with Vince Carter. Like these players, even though they might not have won anything, they've had like key moments and they've had awards and accolades and everything. Like they had enough to where I think they should be first ballot. I'm not mad at somebody for saying they're not, but yeah, I would put Dwight Howard and I would put Vince Carter as first ballot.
Yeah, Howard and Vince, that's different though, because I actually remember a point of time where Howard was like the best center for years in the season. I remember that. Like, I remember him going to the championship. I don't ever remember Vince Carter being the best shooter guard in the league. I don't ever remember that.
Vince Carter went to a championship with the Nets.
Credit. I don't even remember that one.
So basically, this is all boiling down to what Kenny remembers.
Right,
You know
yeah. It's nothing wrong with that. You said it, so
yeah, I said it before.
You said it, but yeah, he actually was a top shooting guard or whatever, small forward, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah,
but
he's never been the best though, according to my knowledge. Howard has been the best center before in the league.
I mean, yeah, number 1, number 2, okay. I'm just saying, like he's been there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but no, like you're trying to say like he's 3 or 4 or 5. Like that's close enough. Like no, that matters.
There are far more talented shooting guards than there are talented big men.
That don't got nothing to do with Howard.
It does matter. If you have less competition, it's easier.
No, I'm just saying. I'm telling you, Howard has been the best center, and Vince Carter has never been the best shooting guard. So I don't want to hear that he has more competition because that don't got nothing to do with Howard.
How does it not have anything to do with him if it has everything to do with what we're talking about?
If Howard's the best center in the league, he doesn't want to hear it's because the other centers suck. Like that's not fair to him.
It's not, and it's not fair to Vince Carter to say he's number 1 big man out of 5, and you're number 3 small shooting guard out of 30. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're compared to your peers.
Exactly. When you have less peers, it's easier to be the best. Y'all don't give credit to the old championships because it was only 5 teams in the league. It was only 2 teams in the league. Now we got 30 teams. Now these rings matter more. But when it comes down to being the best, that doesn't matter anymore.
I agree.
The amount of competition you have doesn't matter anymore.
So there's more shooting guards than centers, according to y'all.
Like
Talented ones.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talented, yeah.
Okay.
And we're talking about Vince Carter. I ain't talking about right now. I mean, it probably is right now too, but I'm just talking about Vince Carter. Like he had Kobe. Like he had a lot of people to go up against.
I get what y'all saying. Shooting guard is more packed. So it's harder for him to be the best than Howard because there's not as many great centers out there. I get what y'all saying, but I'm just saying I can't give him a free pass because there's great shooting guards out there.
Yeah.
I can't.
But you can't just totally ignore it though.
I'm not ignoring it. I'm just saying if he's the 5th best shooting guard, and y'all saying of course he's not better than Kobe, of course he's not better than Wade. Like I can't give him that. I can't.
But you're saying Dwight better than Andre Drummond. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He is. I mean, I'm stating the fact.
He was. I don't want nobody to misconstrue.
Wait, no. Don't hold his hand. Dwight is currently better than Andre Drummond?
No.
Oh, no, not currently. I thought it was doing whole career.
Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want nobody to misconstrue. I knew you didn't think that, but
yeah, but I won't give Vince Carter a free pass because there's other great shooting guards out there. No.
My final verdict is I would say he's first ballot. He has let me count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, So he got like a span of 12 years where he averaged 20 plus, 11 of them. So that
good seasons, 12 good seasons out
Yeah.
of 22. That's more than
12 out of
half.
22.
Gosh darn it.
12 out of 22.
It's more than half, isn't it? That was your whole thing, wasn't it, Kenny?
That's 55% round. Ugh.
So yeah.
Ugh.
And then his rookie year, he almost did. He averaged 18.3. So you might as well.
And he was rookie of the year. So that's a pretty good season to me.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make that 13 out of 22. You know what I'm talking about? Give me the last season out of 20, Cam. Let's just see what that was. You know what I'm saying?
The last season,
After he averaged 20 for the last time, how much did he average?
16.6.
How many rebounds?
He averaged 3.9 rebounds, 3 assists. So 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
And then give me that shooting percentage. I ain't done.
He averaged 45.6. And then from 3, he was 36.
So he'll knock down too. So yeah, that's another good season. So that's 14 out of 22. 8 bad seasons.
Yeah, like I ain't by any means saying like he's the best ever or nothing, but I think he should be first ballot. I think what is it, like 5 first ballot players, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they might be able to do however many they want. It just only be 5. But yeah, I think he should be first ballot.
So I look at it like this too. I know I kind of said this earlier, but I'm gonna backtrack. I don't think it's all based on competition. I think it should be based on who's also been first ballot in the past. So it's like, I feel like when you give Vince Carter first ballot, you're putting him in the same tier as Michael Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, like all these other guys that have went first ballot. And I just don't agree that he's on the same level with these other guys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I look at it. So
I like that logic.
when you look at it like that, it's like Vince isn't up there with the guys I just named. So why should he be? He doesn't deserve first ballot.
I agree with Demir's logic. Pretty much, he's saying, why would he report to the same boat as Shaq and Jordan? Like, why would he wouldn't go with them? He would go to another boat.
Elgin Baylor is in it. Are they on the same level?
Right. Yao Ming is a first ballot Hall of Famer just because he's tall. Like, what did he do? He was just.
I mean, I'm not saying I control who gets in, but back in the day, they maybe thought Elgin Baylor was good enough to be a first ballot.
Ray Allen is a first ballot.
The Rockets' time, they probably thought he was good enough to be a first ballot Hall of Fame center.
That is good logic, though. I will give you that. Like, I understand that, but I do think he should go to the same boat as Steve Nash. Like, even though Steve Nash got MVP.
Yeah, you know that, is you know what I'm
Yeah, even though Steve Nash got MVPs, it's like, thanks. Like,
What do you mean, thanks? Yeah, thanks.
Okay, I'm saying, like, he got an MVP. He got an MVP, all right. That's what's up.
You don't care about MVPs?
I'm saying, okay, so.
Does that put him on a level with Jordan?
Derrick Rose got
Rob Kobe. Go ahead.
Derrick Rose has an MVP. Like, Russ got an MVP. So he on the same level as Jordan?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So, like,
MVPs matter. You're trying to just throw it out the window. MVPs matter.
Okay. If you're saying that MVPs matter, why when it's Russ time, it's like no.
I think we all can agree. Like when it's all said and over, all said and done, Russ will be a first ballot Hall of Fame.
No, yeah, he will, not because of the MVP though. It would be because
That helps.
That helps. I'm just saying, thank you. Like I'm saying, like all right, they got an MVP. That's what's up. That
Nash has 2, doesn't he?
Nash has 2 MVPs.
Oh,
yeah.
oh my goodness! How many does Carter have?
None.
Oh wow. Hey.
Like,
all right.
And Carter's still better than Nash.
Huh?
Carter's still better than Nash.
To you.
Okay, matter of fact, I won't even say that. I would say it's arguable. Like that's a debate.
To you.
So you said Steve Nash is way better than Vince Carter.
Not way clear.
Is Jason Kidd way better than Vince Carter?
Is Grant Hill way better than Vince Carter?
He got hurt a lot. I like what you said for T-Mac.
That's what I'm saying, and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, I can't go off these old guys, man. I'm saying like that. That's just the way I look at it. Like, I don't know.
That is good logic, but it's already ruined because you got Steve Nash. So Steve Nash
is a bad player. Like, why do you keep saying him, Cam?
He's not on the level as the GOAT, though.
You said Jordan, so I'm saying Steve Nash and Jordan are on the same boat by using your logic.
He's a Hall of Fame player. Like when people look at Steve Nash, he's a Hall of Fame player.
No, he is. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying using your logic.
I mean, you like what? I guess it was kind of I should. I mean, well, y'all get what I'm saying, like what Kenny just said. But the way I guess you would look at it, if you want to dig deeper into this, so you have a yacht with the goats like Shaq, Kobe, all them, Michael Jordan, and their first ballot. And then you have like a little subtle jank with the other first Hall of Fame first ballot, Steve Nash, like, you know what I'm saying? Other great players, Wade, like, stuff like that. So it's levels, it's always levels. But Steve Nash, like, I'm not gonna say he should be on a yacht, but he's where he deserves. Like, I think he's a first ballot guy.
And y'all don't think Vince Carter should be with with them?
No, he gotta roll his jank.
I don't think he should be where Nash is.
He gotta roll his jank.
Okay, what about Grant Hill?
I'm not gonna cap. I didn't watch enough for him, so I can't.
He hurt. He was hurt.
That's my point. If he could get first ballot with not even playing that much, it's like why can't I get it? And I played a lot. Even if
you're right, they did ruin it, but that's just how I look at it.
Pretty much, there's a few eyeballs that's messing up Demir's logic. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a couple like stuff in there that's kind of like it kind of contradicts what me and Kenny are trying to say, but we didn't do that. So
yeah, and I'm not saying y'all did. I'm just saying that's why we're saying that Vince Carter is, because we're looking at the people that they put in there, and it's like, oh, he should be in there with these guys.
Well, if you do it that way, then yeah, go ahead, go for it. Go ahead, throw him in.
That's the only way. I'm just looking at it
from my standpoint, actually looking at what he has done. Then I would say no. Like, we just had to like scrape up a 16-point season on 50%. Like, thank you. Like, we had to a good season.
Now, if we're using your logic, we're putting Vince Carter with the Derek Fishers. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's not really
cool. A 5-time champion.
Okay, like,
why are we acting like these things don't matter now that we're discussing somebody who don't have it?
Robert Horry got a lot of championships.
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, but Vince Carter is way better than him. Vince Carter should be higher than him.
Not on the winning sheet. Some people look at that.
No, I understand that he's not higher than him on the winning sheet, but
I know you could probably beat him in a 1v1. Like
Mario Chalmers got more rings than
Vince. Well, no, I totally disagree with Demir. Demir's pretty much saying you win rings, you're in the Hall of Fame.
According to how they've been doing it, not from my own personal preference.
No, because they're not going to put.
I do feel like they matter.
They're not gonna put homeboy in from that one for Toronto and Golden State. They're not gonna put him in the Hall of Fame. They won't.
Right. Now, yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, if you got a name and you got a ring, you're good. That's what I'm saying. Not Patrick McCaw, but I'm saying from their criteria. Mine is I would like at least one, but if you don't, that's cool. Like, you still have a chance. Like I'm saying, Vince still deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Me personally, like the way I think about it in my head, if I put him first ballot, he's up there with Kobe. And no disrespect to Vince, but he's not. So no, you're not first ballot, but you are a Hall of Famer. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying rings like so Robert Horry. Like, I'm not saying that's the reason why he should have got in. I'm saying, like, winning has to matter at some point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like he's a loser. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, like, you just got excited because he had a 16-point game on 50-something shooting. Like,
all of Steve Nash seasons are on like 16 points per game on 50%.
Talk about the assists. Talk about the winning. He was
talk about the rebounding. Talk about the shooting. Talk about the scoring.
Steve Nash was great.
I
he's not. I know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying this.
I don't get that. He's arguably one of the best point guards ever. Vince Carter is not arguably one of the best shooting guard small forwards ever.
Yeah, I weigh MVPs differently.
Whoa. Hold on. Cam, what did you just say?
Vince Carter is one of the best shooting guards ever, yes.
Cam is going to say, he's saying one of the best, and then he's going to put him at like 5 or 6.
He's 22 all time on the scoring list, bro.
When I say Steve Nash, I said arguably the best point guard ever.
Oh, well, let me reverse the whoa, what you say to you. Steve Nash is arguably the best point guard ever.
Yes.
I don't think he would be in anybody's top whatever, like as far as best point guards ever.
Yeah,
because of Curry.
Curry.
Okay, thanks. Like he got in there. Like
Oh, but that doesn't like. I guarantee you'll find somebody who will say like Steve Nash. Like they'll
I
name.
feel if we ask, I think
That same person might say Vince Carter. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think we could ask 100 people on the street. It's like who's the best point guard ever, and I don't think one of them would say. Steve.
Okay, let me rephrase what I'm saying then. I feel like at a certain point in time, Steve Nash was arguably the best point guard ever. Vince Carter, like going back to what Kenny said, Vince Carter, you know what I'm saying? And I think we can actually do this one because there were always point guards in the league to go from. So it's like, well, y'all can't use he only had one point guard to go up against this time.
Well, he was the best point guard in the league at one time. I don't think he was ever even arguable the best point guard ever.
He's higher.
In those Phoenix days, bro, I think people used to say like he's the best. No, I'm not even going ham, bro.
He's higher. To me, he's higher on the point guard scale than Vince Carter would be on the shooting guard scale.
Perfect way what I'm trying to say. Perfect what I'm trying to say.
I'll agree with that.
That might be true, but that doesn't mean Vince Carter isn't one of the best shooting guards ever.
He's not 1, 2, 3, or 4. I don't care if he's 8th.
What?
I'm saying you're pretty
like, you know what I'm saying?
I know what Cam is doing.
I don't care if they're top 10 greatest players of all time ever.
I understand what Cam is doing. Pretty much, I'm saying he's not like a top shooting guard. But Cam is going to say, yes, he is pretty much, and put him at like number 9. Because
I didn't get like, yes, that's what I'm doing. Like,
right. I'm saying I don't care if Vince Carter is the 13th best shooting guard. I don't care about that.
Well, I guess that's just where we disagree at, because that, like, I don't understand why not. Like, why you don't get credit for being.
You don't get credit for being a top 10 shooting guard of all time.
You played 22 years.
And I obviously I produced enough to be top 10 of all time. Like, I don't get it.
Like you like at that, you don't have a choice.
I get bothered. I get bothered by these seasons that it's just like, what are you doing, Carter? I don't give people the old pass. So that's part of my problem.
What did you want him to do at 40 years old? Like you want to average?
Well, then be half amazing.
I just told you I don't give people the age pass because you're still playing.
I don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's people that's his age that couldn't play, but he's still being able to play.
I'm just saying, so pretty much he's old. I'm just saying I have to count these years because if he was averaging 30 points and 10 assists, we would count that. We'd be like, look what he's doing at 42 years old. We would count that. Okay, so when you average 8 points or whatever he's averaging, I have to count that as well. I have to.
You still don't
have that. Have we said that for besides the arguably the greatest player of all time? I've never heard somebody say, look what Mario Chalmers is doing at 40. Like,
no, my whole point is if Vince Carter was to average 30 points, we would say, oh my goodness, look at him.
Right.
But I'm saying, so now when he averages whatever he averages now, I have to count that as well.
Well, you have to look at it and what role he's in. When he was young, it's like, okay, you're one of our best players. Are you going to produce? Yes, you're having a good season. Now they look at him as to be a spot-up shooter and to lead the young guys. Is he doing that role well? Yes.
And that's
so
what
is he necessarily having a bad season if he's doing what he's asked to do?
I won't give him credit for leading the young guys. I know.
So you won't give him credit for doing his job? You make that face like that makes sense. You know
we don't count being 40 against anybody else. Like, it's not normal for you to be 40 and average.
No, I understand what I'm saying might be crazy to others, but what I'm saying is I have to count what he's been doing, what I've been seeing.
Why are y'all saying that like Vince averaged 40 minutes a night? He gets 5, hit a 3, and go sit down. Like, thank you.
That's exactly what they asked him to do. So how is it considered a bad season if he's doing what he's literally asked to do?
So if they asked LeBron to come off the bench and average 5 points, that's good because they asked him to do that?
If that's his role.
Oh, well, if that's the case, Joel Anthony's a Hall of Famer. He did his role.
He's not in the league no more, so he didn't do it that good. But my nigga Kyle Korver, has he had bad seasons these past 4 seasons?
Yeah.
Kyle Korver's had a bad season.
He don't play no damn defense.
It's next, man.
He's never played defense, so he's never had a good season.
Thank you. Like,
my final, I think he should be first ballot.
Okay.
First ballot.
That's a
Man.
yes for Cam. I say yes for Rod. Me and Kenny were the only ones with the brains. That conversation. We're gonna go no. He should be Hall of Famer. Just not first ballot material, buddy. Sorry. But next up, J.R. Smith,
We're gonna come back to this.
the Lakers. Does this hurt them or does this help their chances of winning the NBA championship?
My answer is right there behind you. You know what I'm talking about? It's a dud, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think he adds it. I mean, they already have shooting. They're not a bad shooting team, so they kind of added something that they didn't need, and they lost defense. So I wouldn't say it hurt them, but it definitely didn't help. I think they just stayed neutral, like not really.
I'm with Cam neutral. Okay.
I think like so like what I like to do, I don't like to count anybody out yet. Like based on the picture y'all see behind me, we all know who J.R. Smith is. The memes are funny, but I feel like when you give players a second chance, I feel like they buy into what they actually have to do. For a perfect example, Dwight Howard. Nobody like when Dwight Howard first joined the Lakers, everybody was laughing. They thought it was gonna be a joke, but Dwight has been playing great basketball and playing his role like to the perfection. Like you know what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna count Dion Waiters or J.R. Smith out yet. I would have to see for myself. But until then, I mean, J.R. Smith is a champion. Like when he was with LeBron, he was like he did do some stupid stuff, but at the end of the day, like he knew what to do, and hopefully, if he can just bring that to the table, I feel like. So basically, what I'm saying all that, I'm still kind of in Cam's boat. Like I feel like you do all of that, then the Lakers are still where they need to be with losing Avery Bradley. So, yeah.
I think I have a rule. I feel like if you're gonna be a good team, you truly only have room for one clown on your team. You can only have one true clown. Every team has one at least. So if you're good, you only have one. They have three of them things. His name is and his last name is Kanta. But
All right, go ahead. I do what to do.
But every team has one at least, and the Lakers have three of them things. You I don't think you can survive truly in the playoffs with J.R. Smith,
KCP.
Dion Waiters, and KCP all getting heavy minutes. Now, to the Lakers' credit, KCP has been less of a clown this year, more like a mime in the clown family, but he's not full-on Ronald McDonald. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were going to say JaVale McGee. That's crazy.
Oh, my God! It's a route! It's a route. No, because JaVale has revitalized himself. Like he's really like wiping the makeup off. You know what I'm saying?
But no,
he can take his on and on.
He's like an asterisk. He's able to be a clown but produce in it. Like he got that special role of I'm a clown but I'm still straight.
He's weaponized it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like like he's like the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Of clown.
Yeah. So
these other cats, they making balloon animals.
Hey, but look, I'll agree with you for KCP. Like nobody's gonna. I don't care if he go like average 50. Like nobody changed my mind about KCP. The dude's a clown. But Dion, bro, and JR, like I can't give you those, man. Like I have to see for myself. Like they put the gummies down, they put the Henny down. Like we gotta see now.
Turn around. Look, you know what I'm talking about? It's right there. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna get too many minutes.
You said what?
I don't think he's really gonna play too often.
He might start.
Who, Waiters?
Oh, you said Waiters.
Yeah, I don't think Dion Waiters is gonna really play.
Oh,
we'll see though. We'll see. They might. I know when he was there for a little minute. Like, well, I ain't gonna act like he was there for a long time, but he had a few games and he didn't play. I don't know if that was like his doing or I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if he don't, I won't be mad. Like he wouldn't mess up nothing. But I think we definitely need JR to play.
They good. They like this. This is neutral. I mean, Avery Bradley would have. It definitely would have helped, but yeah, JR he gonna give you a little more shooting.
I want to fight, bro.
I vote neutral as well.
Rondo might be getting a fitting for his wig too, dog. I don't know, man.
I want to fight Avery Bradley, dog.
Well, you know, Rondo, he actually step it up in playoffs. He actually go crazy in the playoffs.
Let's see.
That's true. And that's part of what makes him a clown, kind of.
Yeah.
Why do you only play when the lights on? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. He used to do that mess in Boston.
Topic right here. I got a question. Would y'all like? Well, I ain't gonna ask that. That'll be obvious. But don't think about this season or what happened or like you know what I'm saying. But would y'all have kept Lonzo or Rondo? Like if y'all were the GM?
Lonzo.
I would have kept Lonzo.
Not thinking about what y'all seen them do this season.
Lonzo.
I probably still would have kept Lonzo. I think I see what they were doing though. They were like, we don't have time to give him the true reps he needs to really develop into the player
And I think that's what
he
it was.
needs to be.
Damn, we all agreed on something for the first time. Wait, Kenny, you said Lonzo, right?
Yeah, Lonzo.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, clap it up with one time with a full quarter, man. We all agreed.
Good job to y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Matter of fact, let me go back. At the beginning of your introducing this topic, you said that Dwight Howard was having a great season. Correct.
Yeah.
And Kenny, you agree, right?
Well, I already know where you're going. So
No. Kenny, you agree, right?
I'm not sure if I agree.
I remember you said.
According to what they want him to do.
So he's having a great season.
According to their standards for him.
But wait. Before you.
According to your standards, is he having a great season?
To my standards are different. He's doing pretty.
That's why I'm asking you.
He's doing pretty good.
So 7 rebounds, 7 boards. That's a great season. That's a good season.
He's not starting, so yeah.
Where was this logic when it came to Vince?
No, and listen to me. I wouldn't use this season to justify if Dwight Howard would be a first ballot Hall of Famer or not.
He's already proven.
Yeah, I feel like his stuff is already solidified.
Y'all were taking away from Vince for his seasons, though. So you have to take away.
Huh?
Y'all were taking away Vince's first ballot because of seasons like this. So why is it when it comes to I'm not going to use that? Like, you have to take that away, too. Howard
is really effective when he plays this year.
Because what I'm saying is, listen to me. What I'm saying is you take away this season from Vince and you take away this season from Dwight. Dwight, his resume is still pretty stacked. Vince is like, that taking away this season didn't hurt or help.
Again, his resume is looking around the same as Vince's.
Bro, you said something about he ate the most lunch in elementary school or something like what? Like, come on, man.
What has Dwight Howard done?
He's a slam dunk champion.
He got defensive players of the year.
Yeah, I was waiting for Kenny to back me up, but
how many times?
It's a lot. It's probably about 3, 4. I don't know exactly, but
Vince Carter, yeah, he probably has 0.
He has 0.
Yeah, we're not saying that. I don't want to get back into this, but like y'all said, like y'all said, Dwight Howard is proven. Vince Carter is proven. Like, he could have not played these 5 years, and my stance would have been the same. Like, these 5 little 8-point years.
To me, if he would have not played the last 5, to me that helps him.
Yeah, playing these last 5 seasons probably hurt him.
Yeah, I bring players down when they have bad seasons. I bring you down.
I just don't get how that's probably not a bad season, but this Dwight Howard season is a good season.
Huh?
Why is the Dwight season a good season, but the Vince Carter season a bad season?
I don't think I ever said that, bro.
Kenny has definitely called it a bad season.
Well, yeah, I don't think I said that. Like I said, when you do your role, then okay, A+ for you, that's good. But that doesn't mean that that's going to boost you to Hall of Fame status. Like if I take this.
No, that's not even my thing. It's just y'all literally were saying it was bad seasons, but the Dwight Howard season is a good season, and it goes right back to what I was saying. If you're playing good in your role, then that's a good season. And Kenny did the little. Y'all remember that? Roll the clip. You know what I'm talking about? Roll that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. What's the difference?
I feel you.
And this is a real question. I want an answer to this question. What's the difference?
What is Vince Carter's role?
To be a spot-up shooter and to be a voice in the locker room.
That's what I'm saying. I won't give credit for being a voice in the locker room.
Okay, then give him credit for being a spot-up shooter.
Ooh, is he a good spot-up shooter?
Yeah.
36%.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Just admit that you're being hypocritical, and I'll leave you.
No, I'm not. Howard is he's doing great with his role.
When I said that, you said that didn't even matter. You said you have to just be good.
No, this is different because we were talking about.
Oh, it's different.
Stuff. Howard's already cemented for Hall of Fame. He's gonna make it.
That's what I'm
Regardless, you
saying.
caught the season.
So by you saying that, that means no matter how many more seasons he play, he's cemented. Like he could have 5 more seasons of 0 points per game, and he's already cemented. With Vince Carter, y'all are saying these are hurting him.
Oh, well, when I say cemented, I don't think he's gonna play till 42 years old, like Carter. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna do that. So if he has 8 bad seasons, his next 8 seasons are bad, then I'm like, I don't know, dog. But I'm just saying, like, if he's retired next year or something, then yeah. So take the cemented out. If he retired next year or something. But he played till 42.
I get what you're saying, Cam, but I think the thing that we're disagreeing with, even if Dwight did do what y'all saying, like go and play 50 more years like Vince, his stuff, like his resume is already solidified. For me, I think this is where the biggest like disconnect is coming from. I don't want to speak for Kenny, but I will put him in. You can say no if you don't feel this way. We just don't think he was a good enough player or did enough to have a resume that was already solidified.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like Howard, he actually like, what have you done? Have you won a ring? Have you won an MVP? Have you won most improved? Have you won defensive player of the year? Mm-hmm. And Howard, does he have MVPs?
No.
He has 0?
Yes.
I thought he had 2.
He's in the combo,
but it must be defensive player of the years that he has.
And guess what? He has the
but
same
pretty much what I'm just
All-Stars
trying to say,
as Vince Carter.
What I'm trying to say is he doesn't check too many of my boxes, Vince Carter.
Okay. Well, I don't know. We got back into that, but we all still the same, you know what I'm saying? But let's talk about how this upcoming playoffs, you know what I'm saying? Somebody has said not somebody, Adam Silver said this is going to be like the hardest ring that they like players could possibly win or something.
I think Giannis also said it.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well,
Adam Silver ain't doing nothing but trying to boost them damn ticket sales or TV. This is like, I get it, the COVID, like they're risking their lives, and I'm not trying to say I'm a doctor or I'm God, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going off statistics. Young people, you know what I'm saying, we usually beat it. So like, that's all I'm saying. I don't want to, go the wrong way with that conversation. But so yeah, I get they're risking their lives and their families and stuff like that. But when you have how many months did they have off to just chill? And like Kenny said, most of them got hoops at their house, working on their game. Like, this would be the easiest ring to get, especially for the lower seeds, because they have a chance to come back, like do things they probably didn't get to draw up during when the regular season was going on. Like they have a better chance to go at LeBron, Kawhi, or the Bucks, the Celtics. So, and then I think the seeding will be different too. So I think this will be the easiest. I'm sorry, but the Lakers win, take it. But yeah, I think it's easy.
I disagree, bro. I don't think it's that easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's been like 3 months off, bro. This is like the equivalent of just starting the season and getting right into the playoffs almost. It's been that long of a break, and everybody knows, man. Practicing at your house, doing this, doing that isn't equivalent to game reps. You're not going to be in shape. You're not going to be ready. Nobody's going to be ready. They've already said, I gotta play myself into shape. So they got to deal with endurance issues and everything like that. Just jump right back in. It's going to be difficult.
Mm.
Hey, wait, before you go, Kenny, I just want to say to the listeners out there, the subscribers, we don't plan this to where these two just disagree. We don't plan this. They just don't be thinking sometimes, but
you go ahead, Kenny.
I think it's neutral. I don't believe it's going to be easier or harder. So if let's just say they haven't been playing in the last 3 months, it's not like other players been in the gym practicing with the teams. So whatever disadvantage this team has, the other team has it. So that would make it neutral. And if this team is out of shape, then, which I don't think they're out of shape, but let's just say they're out of shape. Wouldn't the other team be out of shape? So we'll leave it at neutral for me. And then I don't think it's going to make too big of a difference, because if somebody thought the Lakers were going to win the championship, I'm pretty sure they probably still think the Lakers are going to win the championship, even with all this going around. Like, I'm pretty sure we don't think the Nuggets are going to win now. So, and I thought the Clippers were going to win before all of this, and trust me, I still think the Clippers are going to win. So I just I don't think this changes much. Like, what does it change now? Like, are the Nets going to win the championship now? I'm just confused. Like, it doesn't change much at all to me. It might change the seedings. Like, let's just say Grizzlies don't get the 8th seed. Okay, Portland gets the 8th seed. That's not a big change to me because the Lakers are first seed. I think they're still going to beat the Trailblazers or sweep the Grizzlies. So I'm just not seeing any big changes at all. I think people are just trying to get a conversation. It's still going to be the Lakers, Clippers, or Bucks that win.
I'm not looking at it in terms of against each other. I'm just talking like the reason I think it's hard is because I'm looking at it in terms of just self. Like it's hard to stop something, even down to our level. Like if we get a vacation for a month, then we got to go back to work. It's like, God, like I got to get back into like going to work, waking up every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm not saying like they do get paid well. So it's like do it. But that's the only reason I'm saying it'll be harder. I'm not looking at it in terms of against other teams. Like this team will be more in shape than the other team. I'm just saying as a whole league, it's going to be hard to like start back up, like Rod said, and just get right back into high level playoff play. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. But they it's not like it's not like when they start, they're going right to playoffs. So
Well, they play like 12 regular season games, but then boom, it's playoff time, right?
I think 8.
Come on, bro. Like, you know, that's basically you start back up again.
Those games aren't gonna help. They're not gonna
I'm
do
sure
nothing.
they'll help, but it's like, bro, you take 3 months off, you play 8 regular season games, then it's playoff time. That's not normal. That's not regular. This is something we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be easy, bro. There's a reason there's a regular.
What's the name was saying they just was getting into into shape and stuff. Within that was like what 50 games.
Who?
LeBron. He was saying like the Lakers were just getting to the like where they needed to be as far as like playoffs time and stuff.
You don't think chemistry matters?
I just look at it as like the easier or the hardest. I just look at it as this won't change much. Like it's still going to be the Lakers, Bucks, or Clippers that win. That's my mindset, and I will be willing to bet that like they're still going to win.
Yeah, I think you're looking at it in terms of against each other. I think when they say it, they're saying just as far as a whole league, like this is hard to do. Like what we're about to do is hard. That's how they're looking at it.
I don't even the out of shape thing. Like I'm pretty sure LeBron is still in shape. I don't think he's gonna come back fat. Like what do you mean?
LeBron isn't the whole team, bro.
No, that was just an example. I just said the first player that came to mind. I think these players are gonna come in shape. I don't think they just been in their house playing 2K all day. I think they've been working out.
Bro, there's just being in shape, and then there's being in basketball shape. Players say all the time, it takes sometimes 30 to 40 games to really get in good basketball shape. They're about to come back from being 3 months off to the best players playing 35 to 40 minutes a night in the playoffs.
Yeah, but you're saying 3 months off like they've been in Cancun, Mexico, just drinking. They're still practicing basketball. In
the off season, we have a whole 30 days before to get training camp in order, and then people still be out of shape even when it's game time. Like this is probably the equivalent to the off season. We don't start the off season. I mean, we don't come from the off season and go straight to playoffs. We play 80 regular season games first.
Yeah.
Now you're telling them, bro, you're gonna come right off of 3 months off, being in quarantine, not playing real basketball for real. They haven't been playing 5-on-5, running up and down the court basketball. They haven't been playing with each other, so chemistry's off. That's a lot of, and then some teams aren't even sure if some players are coming with them or not. Some players have people with corona. And we're not even including that. You have to think about the risk of corona, bro. They have to live their life in a bubble for about 2 months.
Oh, so their chemistry is going to go away because they haven't been playing for 3 months?
That's how it works, man. When you don't play with somebody, the chemistry gets lesser. How can you keep the same chemistry if you haven't played with somebody for months?
No, I don't think the chemistry is going to go away. I think LeBron and AD still going to have their chemistry. I mean, we can make excuse for these players, but no, chemistry is what you think.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't go away.
What excuse for what?
We're pretty much saying they're going to be out of shape. They haven't played in the last 4 months. And
if you lose, you still lose. I'm not excusing anybody. If you lose, you still lose. I'm saying this is hard to do, and you should get credit for what we're doing.
I don't think the chemistry goes away.
So you think if you had chemistry once, it stays forever? I
don't think they lost their chemistry in 3 months. They still know what to do. I don't believe basketball is too complicated. So I believe if you put the championships in like every team, they still know what to do.
Chemistry matters.
So did they lose their chemistry because they didn't play for 3 months? That's what you're saying?
It goes down, of course. They had just said we're starting to get into the groove 60 games into the season. So if you just started to get in your groove and then you stop playing for 3 months, honestly 4, because the training camp really not even going to be basketball. So about 4 months of not playing with each other, you think it's just going to snap back just like that?
I do.
Yeah. I don't believe that you lose chemistry. Me and Cam, we play basketball. We go to the gym. Me and Cameron. We haven't played in about 4 months together. If we go to Coast, I don't think our chemistry would go down. Cam still knows what I like to do on the court, and I know he wants to shoot threes at the red line. So I don't see the chemistry. I don't see where it goes down.
What if after 3 months he been doing push-ups? He been in the gym. He want to bang down low now, and you thinking he still want to shoot?
That won't happen. He still wants to shoot threes. So I'm confused.
Oh, so you just know, huh?
Cam is not going to go to the gym and be a Shaq. He's going to go shoot threes. I already know this. So I don't believe in the chemistry thing.
Okay.
I don't believe that you lose it in 3 months.
Especially for teams like the Lakers, because it's like you're adding a whole new person in that's about to play minutes. One, so that matters.
Taking out a person that was in the heavy rotation all season long.
Matters. Then it's just like you said, bro. Like it's you can put this with everyday life. If I leave my house for 3 months, my girl would start doing things different. Then if I come back and start doing stuff like I usually was doing it, she would be like, "Oh no, I don't do that no more. I do this way. I do it this way." Like it's everyday life. Like everyday life applies to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that's how life works. If you go away
I don't know though, because I guess it's like to each his own to the point about the girl thing, because I know if I was like, well, for those that don't know, I'm in the military, but I know if I was to go on a deployment, if I come back, Marty still know I like turkey legs in the freezer. She knows.
Well, yeah, the base things like Lisa would still know I like to play 2K. I'm just saying, like when I come back, she might say, "Oh, the shower's broke now. I forgot to tell you." You get what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. It's that even though it's not controllable by me or her, that would be like the same thing as like chemistry in basketball. Like if we come back and
every day, what you eat, the everyday process, what you like to do, that's still the same. Like you just said,
but it can change in 3 months.
Right, like you said, Kenny. If we go out to the gym, what if I can't shoot no more? Like that would matter. Like that would be a change. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but these guys have still been practicing is what I'm trying to tell y'all.
No, I get what you're saying, but and that goes back to Rod's point that even though you've been practicing, it's nothing like game speed, game reps. Like, so it might, like they might go back, and I don't think this will happen. Like I'm kind of on both sides because I think they still will be good, but I do agree with Rod in the sense that like they need to kind of play themselves back into game shape, and that's not even just saying like tired. Like them being tired. Game shape means everything, not just them being tired, like them shooting well or you know what I'm saying, just anything, setting screens the right way. Like that goes into game shape. And don't make that face because y'all was saying, "Oh, Draymond Green touched the best screen."
Oh, so they're not going to know how to set screens anymore because they haven't been in the NBA playing.
All right, so let's go back to that episode we was talking about Draymond Green, and I want you to throw that whole Draymond Green set the best screens ever. Throw that out the window. That doesn't match up with what you're saying right now,
bro. So they're not going to be able to set screens.
I'm saying that's chemistry. If I like my screen set like on the left side, on the high side, like stuff like that is chemistry.
But what I'm saying is, out of these 3-4 months, are they gonna forget things?
It's different between forgetting something.
Wait, what did you say, Cam?
I said it's possible.
Oh, okay.
Bro, they probably haven't set screens in months. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't see what they're gonna forget in this 3 months. I promise basketball is not too complicated. I just don't see what they're gonna forget.
I feel like you're dumbing it down, honestly. Like you think the
basketball
little things don't matter. Like you think chemistry, endurance, screens, and you think that stuff doesn't matter, just LeBron James. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that simple either. All of these things all the little things attribute to the big things. And taking away players, putting in new players, stuff like that, that matters. It changes the landscape of the team, bro. It changes the whole energy. If you take every Bradley out quiet, I'm gonna just play defense and hit my shots. And there's something out for J.R. Smith drinking Henny, shooting 30-footers off 1 foot. That's gonna change things, bro. J.R. Smith doesn't know how anybody liked to play this season. He wasn't there.
That would be.
He might not have Dwight Howard back. The Nuggets, what's the name? Jokic is out right now, so they got to play some games without him, maybe. Like all this stuff matters.
Those two things, I would say, I would agree with y'all on.
Lou Williams might not play for the Clippers. Then that makes George and Kawhi have to play more, which they might be like, play? Damn. Huh?
Who might not play?
Lou Williams.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, ring security, Lakers.
They said he might not play. So that stuff like that matters. Because it makes stuff change. Him not playing changes so much through, even though Paul George is still nice. If his minutes go from, let's say it go from 38 to 42, it's like, damn, these extra 4 minutes hurt. Like, even though it might sound like really 4 minutes, but you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, it's a change, and that would change how they play. Like that might make him take his foot off the gas for a little bit because he thinking I gotta save some energy for these extra 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But Kenny obviously doesn't understand stuff like that because when you say stuff like that, it's like he's thinking, really? 4 minutes?
Yeah, I am thinking really.
Yeah.
4 minutes.
I take offense to the way you dumb the game down, bro. Like
too,
the basketball
bro.
is intricate.
I just don't think basketball is
bro.
complicated. I've been saying that for a while.
I think two things. I think one, you don't like LeBron, so you're trying to. This is your way of saying no excuses for LeBron, but you're trying to apply it to the whole league to make it seem like you're trying to cover it up. So it's like I'm saying it for everybody. That's one, and then two, I think you kind of compare everything to LeBron. So it's like if he can do it, y'all can do it. Because that 4 minute thing, that's big. I've only like he's the only player I've seen that plays the entire game and it's still like, all right, it's straight. But I think you're thinking, well, I've seen LeBron do it, so go ahead, everybody else.
That right there, that just negated your whole jank, bro. Like that's silence. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh no,
it's just
it speaks volumes.
There's nothing I can say to make y'all change your mind. Y'all think this is gonna have a big effect. I'm saying no.
That's how I kind of feel too. Like
there's nothing I can do.
There's
nothing
y'all can do. Like let's just put this. Let's put it in perspective, bro. We took a 3-month hiatus from NBA basketball at the end of the season. We're just gonna restart it back up in a dome in Florida. You can't leave your room. Some players aren't coming back. Some players got corona. You can't leave the bubble because you might get corona. And there's still a risk of it getting it and it's spreading it to your whole team. And we're just going to restart it back up, 8 regular season games, right to the playoffs after 8 months off. And it's just going to go right back to how it was before it stopped. That's what y'all are saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me explain how I'm looking at it. I hear you say Joker, he has the coronavirus. Let's just say, God forbid, he doesn't play. I'm looking at it as the Lakers, the Bucks, or the Clippers are going to win the championship. Jokic, okay, if you got the coronavirus, you won't going to win anyway. So that's what that's how I'm looking at it. Pretty much my whole point is it's still going to be the Lakers, Clippers, or Bucks to win the championship. Even if Lou Williams doesn't play, it's still going to be the Lakers, the Bucks, or the Clippers. That's what I'm saying. Bradley's not playing. It's still going to be the Lakers, Clippers, or Bucks. That's how I'm looking at it.
Oh,
it's still going to be one of those 3 teams at the end of the day to win a championship. With the coronavirus, with Jokic not playing, Bradley not playing, okay, Lou Williams, you might not play. One of those 3 teams are still going to win a championship. So that's how I'm viewing it.
I'm not refuting that point at all. I'm just saying that it's going to be harder than to just do the regular season how they had it planned originally.
Harder.
I agree. That was the question.
You keep changing it.
I think, well, not even you, Demir, because you haven't really said nothing. But Kenny, I think you're thinking we trying to make excuses. No, it's still like whoever win and whoever lose. We're just saying that this is hard to do. Like what they're doing is hard.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking about my statement is like still like it's I think it's easier coming into after having time off and then yeah.
What about rest? Like, does that not help them?
No, yes, that does help them. That does help them, but I think that them having time off is worse. Like it amounts more than the rest helps them.
I don't know.
This isn't just rest. This has been a break.
LeBron just had a full off season. This is going to help him.
Yeah, so LeBron should come. He should come back getting 40 because he's rested. He's gonna go playoff
He's
mode.
coming back older. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he gonna come playoff mode. That's what he said last year, and he did make the playoff. So I'm just waiting to see what happens.
He got injured, and a couple of our other guys did too.
Mm-hmm. I think a break hurts more than helps.
Everybody knows that when the start of the season, players be rusty.
Oh, so will they be rusty in the playoffs?
That's my thing. They might be because the playoffs start right after this break.
Oh, okay. So if they're going to be rusty, so pretty much what you're saying, it's going to be way more misses. So if they miss 40 shots a game, it's going to go all the way up to 50?
I don't even know what you're asking me right now, dude.
They're going to be rusty, right? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so they're going to be rusty according to Rodney. Let's say they usually miss 40 shots a game. They're going to be so rusty according to Rodney. So instead of 40 misses, they should miss between 50 to 60 shots, right? Because they're going to be so rusty.
Sure.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying they're gonna be rusty.
Well, no, what Kenny is saying, right? So say during once you get in your groove, like mid-season, regular season, the team averages 40 misses a game. What Kenny is saying, since they're going to be rusty, coming starting this thing back up, are they going to have more shot attempt misses because they're rustier than if they were in the mid form?
So yeah.
They will be worse than where they were. This didn't help. They when they was playing, they will be worse than the last game that they played.
Okay.
So at the beginning of the season, you're saying you're as good as you are towards the end of the season.
Right. So pretty much y'all are saying who won the finals last year? Kawhi.
Yep.
He was better in that first game against the Lakers this year than he was in the finals. That's y'all logic. That's what y'all saying.
You're asking, was he better than was he better in the first game against us in the season opener?
Y'all are saying he was better against y'all. His play, his level of play was higher against y'all in the first game in the season than he was in the finals against the Warriors.
Yeah. You had two injured players, so he already knew he had that in the bag. And then I think he wanted to come out and beat LeBron. I think he played very hard in each game he has played against the Lakers this year. So if that was the season opener, then yes, I think he played very hard that game.
No, I'm just saying his level of play. He was playing harder than when he was in the finals against the Warriors. And I mean, if y'all are saying yeah, then I guess that's
by y'all logic. I should see percentages going down.
You probably will.
Oh, I'm ready to see.
It just doesn't happen. It never happened. People are just gonna come out the gate. Everybody is firing on all cylinders. People come out rusty and they build themselves out throughout the regular season. That's what it's for.
Yeah, they have 8 games to build it back up.
So that's what we should do then. We should just give them 8 games. We shouldn't even have 80 games, right?
How many games do they need? 50? What do you mean?
How many games do we give them regularly after 3 months off?
It's funny because you're agreeing with us by even saying that they got the 8 games they need.
No, I'm saying for y'all. To me, they shouldn't even need that. I'm talking about for y'all.
So pretty much you wouldn't I know this would never happen, but in your eyes, it would be okay to just start the playoffs every year. Just let's just start it back up.
Cam is a slick boy, dog.
That's what you're saying, pretty much.
Ask the question again. I want to make sure I'm answering correctly.
You're pretty much saying after the finals, we're gonna give y'all the break and then we just gonna start it back up. We're just gonna start the playoffs back up.
Oh, you mean their break when the season is over?
Yeah.
You don't think these guys are hooping on their break?
Do you think that just training is equivalent to actual game reps?
You said it ain't nothing we can say. I don't think you understand the level of play. I think you're dumbing it down to us going to coast. This is high level basketball.
Y'all know something I don't think what y'all think they be doing in practices, I don't feel like they be doing. Sometimes they don't even practice. When they have back-to-backs, it's not even practices and stuff between those. Doc Rivers, sometimes he tell his team, we're not doing practice for the next 3 or 4 days. So I'm putting that in fact now that I think about it. They're not practicing every day anyway.
Okay.
What? Like what?
Y'all don't get it?
Oh, LeBron with the high school.
I don't know where it came from, but
I get it. It's like you said, it ain't nothing neither one of us can say, I guess. I guess we just have to agree.
Rob, by the way, practice makes permanent.
Y'all talking about practice? Like, you know, are we really talking about practice right now, bro? Let's come on, bro. Do you think that them shooting jumpers in their backyard is the equivalent of playing high-level playoff NBA basketball?
You can't compare it to that, but I definitely think it helps. Yes, it helps.
I think it helps, but nothing they can do in their backyard can prepare them for NBA playoff basketball. The only thing that can get them prepared for playoff basketball is regular season basketball, getting in the groove, playing with your team, playing games.
That's not necessarily true. If that was the case, you wouldn't need practice. We just gonna come to the game, and that's where we would get our skills and everything else from. That's not true.
I literally just said it does help, but it doesn't fully prepare you.
Well, obviously, you can't compare a real intensified playoff game to practice, but it helps. So I don't understand what that point.
So, and I'm saying that playing games to get you in the groove helps more.
Like, not necessarily.
What? So you think practice is the equivalent of playing a regular season game?
It depends, like, because if I don't want to go back to 1987, but like we've heard like what Michael Jordan, how intense his practices used to be, or like Kobe Bryant, for instance. So yes, like some practice can be as intense, if not more intense, than a regular season basketball game.
But they're not having NBA practices. They're practicing in their backyard right now. They just got back in the gym.
You don't know that though. Like Kenny said, you don't think these guys got reps in together? I seen Alex Caruso. I seen him, and that he's just. I'm not gonna say he's a nobody, but he's somebody who's like some teams are not even worried about. So you don't think LeBron or the Kawhis or the PGs or the James Hardens aren't getting reps in, like actual good intense reps?
With the entire team, no.
Okay, well then that's what we.
You think they're teaming up like during when everything was closed down and just running 5-on-5 basketball?
You're a millionaire. You have access to anything. Desi Banks has access to fire trucks. You don't think LeBron James and James Harden?
You can have the access to it, but why would they risk it?
Because like
he's coming home every night to play with his kids.
Still going to Waffle House when it's closed down. The same reason why people doing all this other stuff they're not supposed to be doing.
These people aren't LeBron James. These people are millionaires.
They're regular people just like us, but they just have more money.
Exactly, and they want to protect their family from corona, just like us.
Well, some people don't want to protect their family. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, some do and some don't. So that means all right there that not the whole team is out there practicing together.
I didn't say the whole team. I said they probably got reps in with other people. I didn't even say they were.
I said so they're not having NBA basketball practice with their teams. You think so?
Oh, I thought you meant like, do you think they like all like probably had like got some reps in? If you saying that, then yes. But if you saying like a together team camaraderie, Jank, then I would probably say no. Just for the simple reason they probably put a ban on it. Not a ban, but they probably like told them like, hey, y'all can't do this right now. But I think they still went out and did some shit on their own. Yes, I strongly believe that. Like all these players that are contracting the COVID, you think they're just getting it in their house? So that right there tells me that they're not following the rules or staying in and wearing masks every day and doing everything they're supposed to do.
They're going to practice. They're going to practice. Mike Conley has a hoop, I think. It wouldn't surprise me if he had like 10 of the 15 players at his house right now practicing. He has a goal. If somebody has a goal, if I'm an NBA player, I have a goal. Adam Silver, like, you can't stop them from coming to my house. You can't.
It's like they're not just getting this out of nowhere, bro.
I feel like y'all think the players don't care about Corona. Y'all like, everybody that come to my house and hoop. Like, no.
So why do they have it?
Like, just
why do they have it?
Dude, look at all the people that we
can get it from going to the store. You do know that, right?
Huh?
What NBA players going to Walmart for themselves?
Even if you have somebody deliver it to you, then that person can give it to you too. You know that, right?
Yeah. What's the chances of that?
It's a virus, bro. What do you mean? If you sell something and give it to somebody else, you can get the virus, bro. What are you talking about?
I know Jokic is overseas. Y'all think he got the whole Nuggets team in Serbia with him?
Nah, he hooping with the Serbian dude. That's what I just said.
I'm not. See, y'all are saying it like I said. They're not practicing. I said they're not practicing together, so that's not going to prepare them for NBA playoff basketball.
Okay,
and y'all keep saying they training at their houses.
That's different than what I'm saying then, because I thought we were just comparing them practicing with other people like in game formation and then playing a regular season game. But that's what you had said. But since you're changing it now to them practicing together, then no, you're okay. We're on the same page. I don't think they're practicing together. I still think they're getting reps that is helping them, that is making it easier to stay in the groove of coming back and playing in Orlando. That's my thing.
But it's not going to make it as easy as playing regular season basketballs to get yourself in the groove.
All right, man.
These are they know what they're doing. I don't care.
Okay. If the Lakers come back and they look like fools,
IQ went down. Like he said, the main people still know what to do. AD and LeBron are still going to throw lobs to each other. That's not going to change. So I don't understand what y'all are saying.
Okay, what about the other players? What about the role players? What about the players that aren't super athletes, that aren't the best players in the game? What about the J.R. Smiths and the Deion Waiters? You think they're just going to come in and they're going to know what to do?
I said when you take a player away or add a player in, that's the only time I will give you a reason like, okay, that's going to make it harder. So for my Lakers, yes, it is going to be harder to get J.R. Smith caught up to everything after he just missed an entire season. For the Clippers, losing your star bench player, well, I guess I could say that, your star bench player that controls everything coming off the bench, and Lou Williams, yes, that's going to hurt. Losing Jokic possibly, yes, that's going to hurt. But for all the other teams, it's like, come on, what is it? These dudes do this for a living, so they, like, to Cam's point, they know how to set a screen. Well, to Kenny's point, I guess, because I guess Kenny was saying that they wouldn't forget that. But yeah, I think they're going to know how to set a screen.
Y'all are really minimalizing the impact of playing together and playing like game sweep basketball, bro. Like, if y'all really think they're just gonna come back and it's just gonna look as clean, as easy as it was after 60 games in the regular season,
how will we be able to compare that? Because y'all will probably see one turnover and be like, there it is. Like,
yeah.
if you actually watch basketball, if you truly watch the game, you can tell.
How will we decipher if they're playing good basketball or not? Because James Harden, like, he had him and Russ probably throw up 20 turnovers a game, 50 missed shots combined. So how are we going to say these players are not ready? They do this in the regular season already. So
there's a stat for almost everything you do on the court, bro. There's on and off numbers. There's field goal percentage. There's 3-point percentage. There's team numbers. And if all of these numbers collectively are worse than what they were in the midst of the season, then that's how you can tell.
Okay, that's right, Demir. Yeah, Demir, that's
right. Because I'm pretty sure your mind probably still wouldn't change if James Harden came out.
That's what I'm about to say. We beating a dead horse, man. We gonna think.
No. What are you saying?
I was just saying if James Harden and Russ came out shooting 10 for 10, your mind probably still wouldn't change. You probably would still say, okay, they still need some time to get things right.
I'm not saying everybody's going to be like that, but it's definitely going to be an overall effect on the league, bro. Some people might be outliers, and I expect that, and I don't diminish that. But it's harder what they're doing than to just continue the season regularly.
I don't think so. I just think they just got a little bit more rest.
So we should do this all the time.
Sure. I don't know where that question came from. I think they got time off and still was able to practice. That's always great.
I know JR been practicing.
And beating up people in the street, man. Come on.
Like I said, man, we be beating a dead horse. Me and Rod gonna think what we think, and Demir and Kenny gonna think what they think. But
we got this as footage, so if y'all start making excuses if the Lakers do lose, bro, we ain't had Avery Bradley, dog, JR, bro, we brought him off the street, bro. I don't want to hit none of that.
Said that, though. I just said losing or adding something to your team will hurt you.
No. Okay.
I just said that. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't say it was lack of pressure. It was because they had too much time off. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say they added a whole player from somebody who had a major piece in our offense starting then and defensively. Yes, I would say that. But
and it's a result of stopping and starting back up again.
Huh?
And it's a result of stopping and starting back up again.
No, because Avery Bradley's not doing it for. No, that's still not the reason why.
He said he wasn't coming back in June. We were playing in March.
It's not guaranteed that he wouldn't have dropped out and said, I don't want to play for Corona anyway. Like, we can't sit here and say that. So them stopping the league is not I can't say that's the definitive reason why he didn't want to come back. Like I said, if they would have kept it going on, he could be saying right now, like, no, I'm not going to finish the playoffs. I want to be safe for my son. So what does that mean? So the stoppage has nothing to do with it.
Okay. I mean, we stopped because of how much the impact of Corona had. So if we would have kept going, that means the impact would have been more minimal. So there's still a very high chance.
Pretty high, correct?
Yes. So why stop in the first place? But regardless, it's still hard.
I mean, like I said, that's not. We can't prove that he wouldn't have wanted to stop it regardless.
And we can't prove that he was. So we just got to attribute it to the stop.
No.
All right, man. All right, now we gonna get up out of here, man. I could go all day on this, but it's
Say who y'all agree with. Say who y'all agree with. Like, do y'all think this is gonna have a big effect? Like, far as
comment down below.
percentages and missed shots.
Yeah. But thank y'all for tuning in to the 8th episode of the Fourth Quarter Podcast, and we'll be back next week. Peace.